So I'm reading this book about ancient African kingdoms, and I'm reading about this ancient African kingdom, Kush, not the Za, but the kingdom. And if you know anything about African history, this is not a new name for you. And interestingly enough, its capital was actually in northern Sudan, which is one of the many places going through a crisis and that I speak about on this account. But the kingdom was actually in contact with Egypt for many years, since like the inception of Egypt itself and its dynasties. And around 16th century BCE, they're actually a colony of Egypt. And then about like the 8th century BCE, they had like enough power to freaking occupy Egypt if they wanted to, but they just chose not to. And what blew my mind was that this was a kingdom and a monarchy that had immense power that just did not abuse it. And then I realized a white supremacy education like in America does not teach that people have morals, especially with immense power. Like, you can still have morals. It reminds me of like all the South American and African leaders that got killed because what capitalism says, that a lot of these problems in the world are that bad because everybody has corrupt governments. But when somebody doesn't have a corrupt government, our CIA destabilizes them and freaking destroys their country. And then they support literal dictators. So what it is, in a colonizer settler education, they want to make it seem that everybody's as atrocious as them. But if you really learned your history, you would see that there's been many powerful figures in history that did not occupy, settle, just murder, try to create some bullshit empire. That's like some fucked up shit. But the settlers, the colonizers, they're trying to make it seem like it's everybody, and it's just not true.